I cut the check, I cut the check, I cut the check. Tell my niggas we up next, so we up next. She shot a text, she shot a text, she shot a text. Kill the I might put the different day, put a nigga on that same shit. I've been ballin' with my niggas, Kevin Cambridge. Oh, you drippy, but you better tuck your chain quick.
What's good, y'all? I'm back with another video, man. We just had a great Game 7 yesterday, even though it didn't live up to the hype as the other Game 7 that we had the other day. It was still a really good Game 7. A lot of stories behind it, so I'm going to just get straight into it. I don't want to get to the Ben Simmons talk now. That will wrap up the video because that's going to be the major part of the video. I want to talk about the Hawks. The Hawks are a team that all the rebuilding teams that are currently rebuilding right now should look at. They did it the right way. They went, drafted their star, and then they drafted the players around them. Now, of course, John Collins was drafted before Trae Young, but Trae Young is their star. They knew it as soon as they got him. They traded Dennis Schroeder for him. They traded for him in a Luka trade. Like they knew Trae Young was going to be a star. Probably didn't expect it to be this quick, but hey, that's even better. So they traded for him. They got Trae Young. You already had John Collins, a perfect fit next to him, a person that can play in the pick and roll with him, a lob threat who can also spread the floor. That's a perfect fit. Then you go into this offseason. Now, I was critical of their offseason because I felt like they did too much. Going out there and signing Bogdanovic, signing Danilo Gallinari, Chris Dunn, Rajon Rondo. I just feel like they already had a lot of young pieces, and going out and signing those guys is just going to hold back them young pieces in DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, Kevin Huerter, which he kind of did in the beginning of the season, even though DeAndre Hunter was the only one out of that. DeAndre Hunter was the only one out of that group that was actually having a really good season. You kind of see that Kevin Huerter took a step back. Cam Reddish definitely took a step back. When is he going to get healthy? I didn't see Cam Reddish on the court in so long. But yeah, when is he going to get healthy? But yeah, they all kind of took a step back because they were so wing heavy. And it was just no playing time. You can't have playing time for everybody. And then you get into the later stages of the year. They fire their coach, pick up Nate McMillan. They start winning a lot more. Like they said, they were the second best team in the second half of the season. After the 76ers, the team they just beat. And you kind of see like why they did that, because they wanted to make that playoff push, and they just needed a real coach behind them. And shout out to Nate McMillan, because these boys are in the Eastern Conference Finals. I want to first give a shout out to Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter is really underrated. He's really underrated, bro. He's really underrated. People look at him just as a scorer, bro. Kevin Huerter playmaking skills is like that. And then yesterday, he had Seth Curry on him all game, so he was just shooting over him. It was just that easy. He was just getting buckets. He wasn't missing. So shout out to him. But they did what they needed to do. They went and signed and drafted wing/guards that fit perfectly around Trae Young. Shooters, good defenders, decent defenders that can also score. And then they went and traded for the big man, Clint Capella, a perfect big man next to Trae Young, a person that's one of the best lob threats in the league. And Trae Young is one of the best lob passers in the league. And you seen that shit yesterday, man. Clint Capella dunked on Joel Embiid. Shout out to Joel Embiid. I'll talk about him later. But yeah, they did the rebuild perfectly. I don't know who their general manager is, but he needs to get a lot of props because they did it perfectly, bro. They did it perfectly. Now, you can't really say it's perfect until they win a championship, but for them to be this far, and most of those players' first playoffs, that's perfect. That's all you wanted. Right now, they playing with house money, and they're not even supposed to be this far. Obviously, they want to win. Everybody wants to win, but like, this is a young team that's going to have years and years and years to do this. And they're making it this far, their first time altogether, their first time. So shout out to them, man. I just feel like they did the rebuild perfect. It works out. And I said this on Instagram. I think I told y'all last video. I don't want to be that man and say that they're one piece away. But like after this series, they're definitely one piece away. I don't know where it is. Probably trying to add another 20-point scorer to the team. But this team just fits so perfect. John Collins turned down that money in the middle of the season, and He kind of played his value down after that. But in this playoffs, he definitely earned all that money back. They're probably going to offer him the same contract, and he definitely needs to accept it this time. I think it was like $28 million. Like, I don't know how much he thought he was going to fucking get, but yeah, he definitely needs to accept it this time because he just fits so perfectly with this team. Yeah, shout out to the Hawks, bro. Shout out to the Hawks. They did it perfect. Perfect. I wish Bogdanovic was younger. Bogdanovic like 28. Y'all know that. He's 28. Old as hell. Yeah, but they beat the 76ers yesterday. In the Game 7. In the Wells Fargo Arena. Basically, to talk about that game, shout out to Joel Embiid. He carried. He really did. Seth Curry had a decent game. Tobias, you can look at the stats. He had like 22 and 11. Tobias had a terrible ass game. Tobias was trash. He was. I'm not going to say he is. He was. And then the main talk, Ben Simmons. I'll talk about that later. Trae Young had a terrible game. I think he shot like 5 for 20 something. And he made the clutch shots at the end. But like Kevin Huerter, Danilo Gallinari, they kind of held this team afloat. Doc Rivers, you're so stupid, bro. Why was it a period of time for like 4 minutes when George Hill was on Danilo Gallinari? They ISO George Hill every single time and it worked. It worked. Like, and he was not changing it. Yes, you can. Yes, you would want Matisse on Trae Young, but if they're going at George Hill, switch that because it was working. It worked 2 plays in a row, and it was like, first of all, why is he on him in the first place? Like his lineups is. He wants to go 12 deep in the playoffs, bro. You can't do that. You can't. And I know your big star can't play all 48 minutes, and I'm not putting that on him because he's playing on the torn meniscus. So shout out to him. Shout out to Joel Embiid, bro, because his whole niche, the whole career is, can he stay healthy? Can he stay healthy? And he didn't stay healthy, but he played on that motherfucker. He still had a really good game on it. And you can kind of see he was fatigued at the end of the game. Some of the shots were just terrible shots, but he was their only offense basically yesterday. They was doing really good on Seth Curry, even though Seth Curry had a decent game. They was really doing good on that two-man weave or whatever they be doing with him and Joel Embiid. They was doing good defense on that, and it was kind of hard for them to kind of get in their groove. Then you have Ben Simmons. Matter of fact, I'm getting into Ben Simmons right now. So the main reason why I wanted to make this video is to tell you all 5 trades that I think fit perfectly for Ben Simmons. But before I get into that, I want to talk about what happened yesterday. He had the ball in the post on Danilo Gallinari. Danilo played good defense, but Ben Simmons spinned off him. Ben Simmons is 6'10", so he can just put his arms up in there and just throw the ball in. He's right under the hoop, and he passes it to Matisse Thybulle, who's right next to him. And Matisse Thybulle gets fouled. And shout out to Matisse Thybulle for being aware, because I don't think he knew that pass was coming. I don't think anybody knew that pass was coming. And then Ben Simmons is going to say in a post-game interview, oh, I thought Danilo was going to come from my back, and I seen John Collins coming. That was not John Collins. That was Trae Young. Trae Young is not going to try to contest your shot. You're 6'10". You just hit a reverse dunk early in the game, a reverse dunk that looked like an air ball, and he just caught out the air. You just hit that, dunk that. And I'm not going to say that's the reason why they lost, but that was damn sure the momentum changer in that game. Because you just seen everybody's face like, what the hell? You seen Joel Embiid, he was like, what? Because I'm like, bro, what? It got to be something wrong with Ben's mental. I don't know what it is. And it's, for a Ben Simmons fan, is sad and it's depressing to watch. Because you know, a lot of people know how good Ben Simmons could be. Y'all know me, I was high on Ben Simmons this whole year, but like, I'm not saying I'm not high on him no more, but my excuse was he just doesn't have the team around him. He just doesn't have the team around him, and he just doesn't get the touches. I cannot say that shit no more. I can't, because every time I hear they talk about Ben, it's always telling him to be aggressive, and he just doesn't do it. I don't know why. That's what I'm saying. It's something wrong with his mental. It's something wrong. You're a 6'10" big ass motherfucker. You can body everybody if you wanted to. Like when Joel Embiid doesn't play, Ben Simmons shows his ass. He goes crazy. So like, why can't you do that when he plays? I don't understand that, bro. I don't understand it. And it's about time to trade him. It's about time to forget this process, because it's just not gonna work. Them two, It's not gonna work together. They need another perimeter shooter, a perimeter scorer next to next to Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons just needs a better team around him so he can actually flourish and spread his wings. I think Ben Simmons will flourish more as the number one guy on the team. Yeah, you might not win, but still, like, he's only like 23. Just getting him into that groove of learning how to be that number one guy because he needs it. His mental is shot, like, and that play just made me like, yeah, that's it. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's just his mental. That's all it is. That's why he's missing all these free throws. He's getting in his own head. You'll purposely see Ben Simmons run away from passing, run away from going up and taking an open layup just because he don't want to go to that free throw line and get fouled. It's crazy. But to get into the trades, I guess let's get into it, man. First trade I got, Ben Simmons going to the Timberwolves for D'Angelo Russell and Juancho Hernangomez. Now, this trade is perfect for both teams, but let me get into it for Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is going to go there, play the point guard role. He's going to have probably the best shooting big man we ever seen, and it's just going to help out with the defense on that team. He has another perimeter scorer around him, so he's not going to be like carrying the load all the time. Anthony Edwards is there. He's going to have a sharpshooter next to him, and like I said, Karl Anthony Towns. Also, what's his name? Malik Beasley is also a shooter, so let's score. He's going to have another point guard there to help him out, Ricky Rubio. It just works out for him. It allows him to flourish. It allows him to spread his wings because he really doesn't have nobody in front of him. Yes, Karl Anthony Towns has been there longer, but like they're kind of on the same tier. Ben Simmons don't got to go in there and be like, oh, I got to defer to him. No, Ben Simmons can go in there and get his own. And that allows him to be more aggressive because the paint is not clogged. Karl Anthony Towns will spread the floor. Everybody else will spread the floor. And it allows him to go in there and be aggressive, drive to the paint. Because when he drives to the paint, there's really nobody that can stop him. And then for the 76ers, it helps out. It gives you a perimeter scorer, a person that you can play in the pick and roll with Joel Embiid. Also, it's not like you're losing none of the playmaking. Then D'Angelo Russell is a pretty good playmaker. Yes, you're losing defense, but then you're already a pretty good defensive team. Even with Ben Simmons, has made it top tier defense. But yeah, you're not really losing that much. And I feel like for them, they're getting better. Ben Simmons played his value down so bad that I don't know. They might even shy away from the trade. But I feel like it's just perfect for both of the teams, man. It allows them. I feel like both teams actually get really better with that swap. My second trade. Malcolm Brogdon, Justin Holiday for Ben Simmons. Like I said, the same thing for the 76ers. They get another a floor spacer, good point guard, a big point guard, 6'7", who. He's not on the Ben Simmons level of defense, but he actually is a pretty good defender that adds offense on either side. He was just 50-40-90 club a year ago or 2 years ago. A shooter, defender, sometimes scorer, and that pick and roll Joel be pretty good. Then you get a certified shooter next to him because the only shooter they have on this team is Seth Curry. Other than that, it's nobody else. You get a certified shooter in Justin Holiday. It was also a good defensive guy, so you get a certified 3-and-D wing, and that just helps out for them. For Ben Simmons, this is not the perfect team for him, but I've been seeing rumors that the Pacers are just ready to blow it up because they know they're not on nothing. They know that. So hopefully this trade will lead to them trading Sabonis because him and Sabonis, I don't think it would fit. It's just like Joel Embiid. Even though Sabonis is nowhere near Joel Embiid, it's just another traditional big next to Ben Simmons. That won't fit. But I feel like trading for Ben Simmons, that will spark the rebuild. And he will have another perimeter scorer next to him in Caris LeVert. Yeah, I just feel like that would be perfect. And I'd probably allow them to keep Miles Turner if you had Ben Simmons. Next trade, the trade everybody's been talking about. Ben Simmons goes to OKC for Kemba Walker and one of their first round picks. They got like 5 of them this year, so one of their first round picks. That would just help out for both teams. Like I keep saying for the 76ers, you get a person that can play in that pick and roll. You get a person that's not afraid of that moment that can help out in the clutch moments. And hey, Kemba Walker he's that guy. And then for Ben Simmons, I feel like this would be fun, bro. Ben Simmons is a Shea in the backcourt. that's going to be hard as hell to score on. And then he has, like I keep saying, he has a perimeter scorer next to him. He's going to have the shooters around him, and not Lou Dort. Even though Lou Dort had a pretty good shooting year this year, but I'm talking about Pokasevsky, Beasley. They're a young team, so this actually allows him to be that guy on this team. And, hey, I feel like that would be a fun team to watch. That'd be a fun team to watch. I got two more, right? Yeah. This one, the also one that everybody's talking about. Ben Simmons for C.J. McCollum. Now, this helps out for both teams, but, like, this skyrockets both teams. I said this on my thing, on my timeline yesterday. If this 76ers team had C.J. McCollum, they not losing. And they not losing, I'm talking about they going all the way. To me, C.J. McCollum, that guy, bro. He's that guy to me. And I feel like with this team, he would have had a big role. Like, he would have been that number 2 guy. And he just would have fit so perfectly next to Joel Embiid. Because he, unlike most of these other guards that I named, C.J. McCollum is, like, not saying the other guy's not good off the pick and roll, but, like, C.J. McCollum is, like, built off the pick and roll. He's a dog off the pick and roll. And I feel like him next to Joel Embiid will be pretty unstoppable. And that shit just would have helped them out yesterday. It definitely would have helped them out yesterday. And then for Ben Simmons, this gives them another look on the Portland Trail Blazers, because I'm pretty sure everybody's tired of seeing Dame and CJ together. It's just not going to work out. They get a wing that they've been wanting for years, a great defensive wing for years that can also bring some stuff on the offensive side, can help Damian Lillard play off ball. I feel like that helps out perfectly for them. They would probably have to get rid of Nurkic, but like even Nurkic said, he don't even know if he wants to be here anymore. So even if they want to trade Dame, like, you getting pieces back, and then you getting pieces back that probably built around Ben Simmons. It just works out. I feel like Portland should just go on a fire sale, trade everybody. Everyone. If I was GM, I'm trading everyone. Last one. Fred VanVleet, Rodney Hood for Ben Simmons. Basically everything I've been saying earlier. They get a player that can play the pick and roll. That's it. But Fred VanVleet, he's actually been there in the moments that the 76ers want to be in. They want to be in those championship moments. Fred VanVleet's been there. He's actually thrived in those moments. So get that and get Rodney Hood, a perimeter scorer, I guess. I ain't see Rodney Hood playing so long. He keep getting hurt. But then for Ben Simmons, this allows him to go there and just spread his wings, bro. That's my thing with Ben Simmons. I want him to go to a team where he doesn't feel like he has to hold back. Because he definitely has to hold back with this team. Joel Embiid is obviously their best player. So he has to hold back. He can't do the things he wants to do. But first of all, he has to get out of his own mental. He has to do that. The dude shot 36% from the free throw line. I don't think I ever heard anything worse than that in a day in my life. I swear to God, I don't. That's terrible. That's terrible. So, I don't care where he goes at, as long as it allows him to spread his wings. That's all I care about. I need Ben Simmons to spread his wings, man. Spread his wings. Because I still believe in Ben Simmons. I still believe Ben Simmons is... Bro, Ben Simmons has MVP talent. To me. He's only like 24 too. So he has a lot of time to unleash that talent. Especially since he's about to be on a new team. I can't wait. I don't care what team he's on. But other than that, that's it for this video. Draft lottery tonight. That shit tomorrow. I bet y'all getting a mock draft video on Wednesday. Best believe. Oh yeah, man, that's it for this video. I'll talk to y'all later.